Hey guys, this is Paul of Emerald Enclosures here, giving you a small tank update today. Right now I just fed the dart frog, and as you can see he's just chowing down on some mineral covered fruit flies. I figured that'd be a cool way to start off the video. But primarily this video is just going to be about plant growth and anything I've done with the tank so far since I put it together. With the fruit flies, I found that quite a bit of them were drowning when I placed them in the tank, and I figured the best way of fixing that was by taking some of the tiny little lily pads that I picked up from a local pond store and that I was growing inside one of my shrimp tanks, and I'd just place them in here. They are propagating, not extremely quickly, which I'm very surprised about because they seem to be growing faster in one of my tiny tanks. It could be some sort of temperature thing. The Nubias has grown 4 new leaves since I initially put it in. You can tell that they're newer by their bright green appearance. The darker ones are the older ones. The Mandala leucomelis prayer plant is thriving ridiculously well. It's really cool because it, and there are more fruit flies. It's really cool because it closes up at night. Well, at least it moves its petals towards the sky at night when there's no light going on. And then it opens up during the day. In terms of the ivy, that ivy right there that's in a little bit of a dark place is not doing super well, but it is growing noticeably still. The wandering Jew is absolutely taking over the back, and as you can see it's still trying to progress even further by sending out little white vines. It's probably not going to attach to anything unless they keep growing, but at the rate they are, I really wouldn't doubt that they do. I'm probably going to have to prune that back pretty soon. Whenever the frogs jump on it, it slides a little bit further down. Either that or I just need to staple it maybe or tie it down. But I don't want to mess around too much with the frogs still in here. I hope the other frog notices there's food going on, or it's going to miss out and this one's going to eat everything. And I do believe that this frog is female. I'm not entirely sure though, but just based on its girth and its back shape, it looks to be female. Chances are she won't eat anything. Eventually she'll get full and move on. The ivy is doing just as well as the wandering Jew. Moving all the way towards the back. The calathea is being a little bit smothered, so I'm actually going to be cutting off probably some of these leucomelis leaves, just so that it doesn't get completely covered up. And as you can see, it's also getting covered up by the bromeliad leaves and a little bit of the ivy. The moss growth on the log is absolutely profound, and it's given me a lot of ideas on how to make new tanks and even little decorative pieces for maybe the middle of a room. Once I finish working on that idea, which I just bought that spider wood over there to experiment with, I will show you what I mean. More wandering Jew along the back. It's trying very hard to reach the lights. I've had to dim them since I first made this cage because of the temperature it creates in the tank, and I don't want the frogs to be over 80 degrees. During the day it usually reaches about 78 to 79. The bromeliad is doing really well. I haven't noticed any pups yet, which I would actually prefer that it didn't create any yet, because I don't want to have to uproot this thing to cut them off. And that just means that it's going to live longer before I have to replace it, and I'm not looking forward to doing that. Well, there's the other frog. You can see it hiding back there. That one is a little bit more shy than the other one. Look, there's frog poop on the bromeliad. These guys are really good eaters. Well, I think guy and girl, if I'm correct in my assumption, and they're still a bit young to tell. That one's the female, and that one is the male. Yeah, I really do hope that it notices that there's food out here before this one eats it all. Let's see. I added some oak leaves on the bottom, just so that the worms will have something to eat. And the worms seem to be doing well. As for the springtails, I've noticed an extreme decline in their population. I blame the frogs for that, so I'm going to have to actually add more soon. That's going to be troublesome. And yep, there it goes. The moss is doing really well. On the ground portion at least. It got covered up the other day when I was adding some more springtails and isopods. It'll either grow out or I'll just put more moss down. And the growth on the log on the bottom is doing moderate, but nowhere as good as the moss on the top. I think that's about it in terms of updates. This tank is coming along very well, and I'm going to have to start trimming some of these plants soon. But anyway, I know that this video wasn't my work on the Duo spider tank, but I'm having difficulty putting it together. Not because of technical issues, it's just a motivational thing, especially when I have a couple of oh, there's the other frog. When I have a lot of projects in my mind, like I want to be working on an epiphyte tank, and then I wanted to create a scenery tank also. I'm going to have to try and find a nice piece of wood in the forest or something and boil it, because that little piece of driftwood or spiderwood or whatever you want to call it isn't enough. Eventually I will finish that Duo spider tank. I'm just trying not to rush it because I want the project to look beautiful, and if I do rush it, I feel like it's going to come out lackluster. So I'm sorry about the delay on that, but thank you for watching my video. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed what you watched, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys.